Environmental Studies program is really collaborative, and it's been a really fun position to be in, coming in as one of the first people whose tenure birth is in environmental studies, and really getting to envision what this program will be in the future. I first got really excited about being an ecologist in high school when I was traipsing around in the woods and I would find a plant and I would say, "Oh, what a cool plant." And then I would ask myself, why is it here? And then I would walk a little bit further and then I would say, but why is it not there? And that became my motivating interest. And that translated into more of this ecosystem science background, really thinking about the ways that plants interact with the natural world and vice versa. When you come in for office hours, having a plan of exactly what your questions are about is very useful. And if you can give me a heads up if it's something that's beyond just the course content, then that's also helpful. So students often come to office hours and we're talking about one thing, and then we'll all of a sudden say, oh, and graduate school. And that becomes a very different conversation, which is fine, but it's often useful to have so that I can pull up specific documents and make references to students ahead of time. And so having some idea about the topic of our meeting is helpful. The class that I'm the most excited about to encourage students to take is this Measuring the Natural World course, which is 362, which is a field and data management focused class. So we spend half of the semester traipsing through the woods and half of the semester learning about how we handle and process the data that we collected while we were frolicking in the woods. So that's a lot of fun, and we have field trips and that sort of thing. Because I'm a field ecologist, that means that the field season, the growing season when the plants are active, we have a lot more need for having people on the ground in the field. And so those summer months, if you're going to be around, it's much more likely we'll be able to sort of slot people in for helping out, even if it's just a few times, so that you can just see whether it's interesting or not. Then during the sort of off season, we do a lot of data processing or working with imagery. And so there's range of tasks all year round for students to participate with. When it comes to requesting letters of recommendation, it'll be the easiest for me if you send me an email so that I have it in writing to track down what the timing of your request is, and I can follow up with my list of needed information, but then also to sort of talk about what are the needs. Is this, you need me to just be on a list? Do I need to write a physical letter? Those kinds of details are really helpful up front. So communicating as far ahead as you can with the associated materials for what it is you're approaching me about are the best practice.